it feels like the Western's actually having quite a big resurgence right now. It feels like everywhere I look, there are Westerns coming out. There are a few more South African Westerns even coming out
Hmm.
now, which is quite cool to have been the first in the new wave of South African Westerns. But we really went deep into the West, and we watched sort of classic Westerns, spaghetti Westerns, revisionist, neo Westerns across the whole spectrum. Obviously, that you want to sort of tip your hat to films you love, and there's some Unforgiven, Once Upon a Time in the West, some High Noon, some Wild Bunch in there. But I think what we wanted to do was try and get into the themes of the Western and really try and get to the heart and the soul of what a Western is, and looking at those themes of conflict, because all stories conflict.
Hmm.
But what I love about the Western is that the story is the conflict, and it's sort of such pure film storytelling, because it's towards man against man, man against himself, men against the land, men against the passage of time. You know, there's four sort of pillars of Western storytelling.
So, what's your approach to screenplay structure? Maybe you can talk about that a little bit, especially with a Western. I'd be curious to kind of hear how you approach the structure of this film.
This was interesting because there are a lot of parts in it. There's this very long prologue. There's a classic three-act structure to it, and then there's almost quite a long cut at the end. There was a time I was looking at it almost as sort of a five-act film, where you've got a prologue and a coda with a three-act in the middle of it, but then also it has to function as a three-act film at the same time. I think I'm more intuitive. Um, I think you have to know structure and you have to know rules to be able to work within the sort of confines of what telling a story is. But I've always sort of believed that good storytellers intuitively know that your story needs to have characters set in a world. Your story needs to have an event that sets something in motion. An inciting incident is, something that sets the story for an inciting incident. It has to twist and turn, it has to resolve itself. So I outline a lot, and I like to write from characters. So what I normally do as part of my process is I will write character bios that
Hmm.
become these very long, pages long sort of stream of consciousness, emotional journeys that the characters are going through the course of the film. And then in my full outline, it became weaving each person's arc together into one overall arc through the film, and that informed the structure.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Selling Your Screenplay podcast. If you'd like to hear the full interview, just go to sellingyourscreenplay.com/podcasts. Or to go directly to the episode, just use the link in the show notes. Thanks for watching.